What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans actions, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Loki. Playing as Loki. Of all the gods you can pick, his name is Icaro. If you don't know who Icaro is, he is one of the strongest French players playing Titans at the moment. You have actually a handful of really strong French players. You got like Chemo. I think there's a guy called Musameli, Icaro. I'm struggling to think of more people, but Icaro, very strong player. His teammates today in the red color, the Russian demigod Nullus here playing as Loki, and in the yellow color playing as Ra. I'm not sure who this player is. His name is Chapo. Maybe someone in the chat can tell me who that is. If that's a Smurf or if it's actually just Chapo and he's just a strong player by himself. We do also have on the other team in the pink color, purple color, pink color, whatever you want to call it. His name is Ragnarox. He's playing as Thor. This guy's a very strong player. Definitely someone to look out for. In the green color, we're seeing Norz playing as Oranos. I haven't actually seen him ever play Oranos. He's normally playing Ra, so interested to see why he's picking Oranos here, if he's got some cheeky ideas for how to play Oranos. And then we also have in the top of the map, playing as Zeus, away from his standard Odin shenanigans. Rapple playing Zeus. There you go. Everyone trying new things. New year, new god picks, right? Right, fair enough. The map is Marsh. Now, if we take a quick look at the god matchups here, and I'll just hit the page up button so you can see over on the left. This map being Marsh, 2 Lokis and a Ra, this is going to be disgusting if these players play this correctly. So, the strategy here is fairly simple. Hall of Thane's Ursa on Marsh is huge, but the Ra player has to play suit, has to follow suit. The build here for Chapo should be a 430 2 Monument Bast advance time into a fast mythic to Locust, Tornado, say GG onto the Thor player. And you cast Eclipse straight away. Well, basically you send the Sphinx over onto the Zeus player. You cast Eclipse straight away so it doesn't get bolted, and you stop them getting a 2-town center. And then you just win the game. It's brutally strong unless the players are very prepared for it. So we'll see what's really going to happen here in this game now, whether or not Chapo is actually doing that. It looks like his build is not quite right. Maybe he's going for a 3 monument play here, which might be an idea, but no temple just yet for Chapo. If we move over and see what's going on over here, we do see the temple coming up here for Norz. Looks like he's just playing this very standard. Nothing too different here. Ragnarok's here getting his 4-seti out. So he's going to be going Thor 4-seti, which Thor 4-seti is actually quite good. Look at this. It's so cute. Look at these buildings. It's like a little Tetris piece. They're like right next to each other. They're neighbors. Aww. No one? Just me? All right. Rapple's point of view, going through Hermes. I'm a bit surprised. Well, I would say I'm a bit surprised to see Hermes here. I think the only real play for Zeus, and actually for this team, is some sort of underworld heroic age play. Honestly, I think that's the only play. You grab this town center, you go 2 town centers, semi-fast, heroic with hoplites, and then you underworld one of the Loki players, and you force him back in. So you can use that ceasefire to block a flaming weapons or force a flaming weapons or something like that. But we are going to be seeing Nullus and Icaro going for the classic double at the very start. This is very important in high-level team games. The higher the level of the team game, the more coordination these players have. But unfortunately, when you play these random team games, the coordination is never really there. That's why I really like RTSL. Everyone's on comms. Everyone has a very, very clear idea of what the strategy is from the get-go because you know what map you're playing on from the very beginning. You don't have to think about it on your feet, and everyone just comes in, is ready to execute something kind of unique, and then it's just about who deals with it in the moment the best. And we do see a cheeky wall up here from Ragnarox is being very spicy, but the Herso coming in going to be starting to hit Ragnarox as Ragnarox is going to be in a lot of pressure here as Norse is throwing down barracks at 5 minutes 30 seconds into the game. He's throwing down 3 barracks here with no upgrades. I'm not sure. Maybe Norse was trying to think about going for a fast heroic and realizing that if he goes for a fast heroic, he's going to have nothing, and Ragnarox is going to be dead. So he's definitely shaking up the strategy here and going mass Murmillo. It's actually probably going to be fine, but he's going to have to be careful not to overbuild those auto-queued units from the barracks, otherwise he's going to have idle town center time. And there's those Sphinx from Chapo. Let's move over and check Chapo's point of view out. He does only have 2 monuments up. Armory is coming up. The rain comes down. Good amount of farms. Going to allow him to get to the next age very, very simply here. And the fight is ensuing. This is a lot of players on one screen here. A lot of players here. Now, Nor's going to push through these houses. So there's not really a lot of assistance here for the team Loki. But where's Ragnarox's army? Looks like he's just dealing with all this. He did lose a lot of villagers over here. A lot of villagers have been picked off as Ragnarox is trying to come in and harass this gold mine of Icarus. This is very, very smart. Is this Alt Est? Looks like it's not really. It's going to be chasing the dwarf. Icaro not paying attention because he's currently under fire. And this troll might actually get a villager kill or something else. Very, very sneaky play here from Ragnarox. This troll is 100% drunk though, as Icaro does end up realizing his dwarf is here, but still gonna... he loses one! Troll gets a kill! Let's go. Meanwhile, we do see a bolt happening over here as Rappel is getting absolutely devastated by the Hygo Sphinx. Very, very good. But meanwhile, buildings falling in the middle of the map as 3 players coordinating is better than 2 players coordinating. So we are seeing the Hippocon spam from Rappel actually doing some work here as he's trying to fight, but nice fight from Nullus, deciding to take this one just before the Hippocon have to turn around, and Nullus going to be looking for somewhere else to go. He hasn't really been touched economically, so I wouldn't be surprised if Nullus can get to the next age fairly soon, but he is losing a lot of houses in the middle of the map. And this is something that comes with a little bit more Norse experience, is that you don't have to build your houses right on the front. All you have to do is like you build your temple in the middle of the map, and then you just send the Ulfsark back home, and you build houses here, or you build an Ulfsark out of your town center when you hit the classical age, and you start building houses in your home city, such that you don't just lose them all once you lose a forward base. But we are seeing a whole bunch of these military units coming through here, causing so many issues for the Loki players, as Ragnarox has got all the answers out for the heroes with his Herso. Norse has got the answers for the Hoppler, or for the Herso with his Murmillo spam. Does he have any upgrades? No, not really. No one's really got any, and that's a bit of a disappointing Locust Swarm. You hate to see it. I definitely think that you should just hold Locust. I think holding Locust is so much more scary than using it straight. Unless you see like a blob of 20 villagers. Just hold it, because then you can use it when you see 20 villagers. It's such a game-ending god power, but everyone just throws it away on the hope to kill like 4 villagers or something. And Rappel has to retreat back. Did I see Rappel? Ragnarox has to retreat back while Rappel pushing in over here with the help of The Sphinx getting pushed back. It's too much. We do see Nors making a move forward here with all of his Murmillo as the Herser swinging around. There's a lot of units here for Nullis to be fighting, so he's going to have to retreat back. No problems there. The question is really here, like, what's Chapo doing? No real surprises. He's going to be going for Horus. Now, the big question is he going to be making Avengers, or is he going to be making, like, Spearmen or Axemen here? There's a lot of units that could really be dealt with Axemen, but right now, Icaro is on the back pedal here, trying to do everything he can to stay alive, but now we see the rock flying in as the tornado hits Rappel's main base, taking down a whole bunch of villages, and the town center will be falling as well. There is there's nothing really that can happen here. Meanwhile, the Sphinx coming over onto this location is very, very smart from Chapo to cast out Eclipse to block ceasefire as the tornado takes the town center down, and seeming like Rappel wanted to put this town center up with ceasefire. Now Rappel's kind of getting pushed back here as all these players are getting sandwiched by Nullis and Icaro. Nullis does get a nice Iron Yard spawn, but it is looking like all his units are falling as Icaro isn't committing to this fight. It can be very tough to realize if you're going to win this one or not, but Nullis was here. There's the watchtowers up from Icaro as he's going to attempt to hold as best as he can. Where have the Sphinx gone, though? They are looking for more pickoffs. The Avengers in here as well, going to be able to take down that hero Murmillo very, very simply as the Odysseus going to fly in here, but we do have double Avengers out now. It's going to be very scary for these players to deal with. Chapo's going to have to find a lot of villager kills here to help defend this or kind of make it okay that Icaro is kind of getting tripled here. There's the Frost from Ragnaroks as well as the triple really continues. Just need to take the town center down now. And now Icaro is in a very, very dicey position. He's trying to run his villages, realizing that that's his only real option here. All of this big pressure is mounting. And it's seeming like the guys are just like, look, we're going to just take the town center down, and then we're going to throw it up for ourselves, and then you can cast ceasefire. That's the play. Seemingly that's the play, but right now Rappel is all over the map here, scrambling to stay alive. We've got 2 0 town center players in this game currently, but there are still a whole handful of Herser here left alive for Icaro, so he's still very much in the game. We do see the dwarves making a spicy retreat into the corner of the map. Will the Aranos player Nors be able to find this or not? Will Ragnaros be able to find this? It's looking like he will find these villagers over here as they get spotted and immediately take those down. We've got the double town center up now for Nors as he's getting the economy sorted. But Chapo's big now. Chapo's big. He's gotten himself the Avengers out. That's not really something that Nors' army is going to be able to deal with too easily. He's got himself a huge amount of units. And Rappel, he's got nothing left. He's got these villages here. 8 villages. Is that it? Looks like Rappel's actually just playing from the observer position here for the rest of the game. And same for Icaro, as his army is just going to sit idly by, or his villagers are just going to sit idly by in the corner. But he is managing to find himself a settlement here to get for himself, to keep his economy in the game. Meanwhile, Nullis getting pushed back as the push around from Ragnaroks. And Rappel very, very strong here as the house is falling for Nors. And this cavalry Avenger army is incredibly strong here. The town center still trying to come up for Rappel. He could cast ceasefire if he wants. He's going to hold on to it for this long. The Avenger coming in to snipe down these villagers. Oh no, the villagers trying to retreat away. Oh, just take the tower down. They all die. No more villagers for Rappel. Rappel's got to be careful. He's got 6 villagers remaining. Is that right? Hang on. Rappel's perspective. No, he's got 8 villagers. He's got 2 on wood somewhere. I don't know where they are. Where are the wood villagers? He's been spotted. Rappel's out of the game. Where are the 2 wood villagers? There they are. 2 wood villagers just hanging out. Poor guy is going to be so dead. Oh no. We do see that that Icaro is getting pushed back here. No town center up for him as the army is clashing over here. The cavalry trying to fight, but they're not quite a match for this army just yet. Have to retreat back as Chapo focusing very much on just finishing Rappel off, making sure he's got nothing left here. Very, very important to do that because essentially Icaro's got nothing left either. But Icaro is managed to mine this gold mine for the time being. A little bit of a mistake from Team Norse, Ragnaroks, and Rappel to not throw buildings down there. But there is a huge Balder incoming now as Ragnarok's cast. Take that back. It's a small Balder from Ragnarok's. 155 supply as he's going to be attempting to use this to push through Nullus in the hopes that essentially we end up with a 1v1 of Nullus versus Chapo, which everyone just dies here. That's the end goal of this game. Everybody dies. We're basically in Hamlet or something. We're in a Shakespearean play, and in the end of it, everyone dies, and we rejoice because that's the only real way to write a good story. Right? Right? And there's Icaro getting denied. There's still a couple of Hippocon left as Rappel's trying to be as active as he can be with 5 Hippocon. Not going to lose those, or attempt to not lose those, it seems. The battle ball getting taken down here as well. Where are those 2 villages? Oh! 3 villagers alive. Rappel has got 3 villagers, ladies and gentlemen. How many resources does he have? Not quite enough for a town center. He does still have a ceasefire, though. Let's just remember that. And now Ragnarok's pushing in. So many units to push through Nullus. Is Nullus going to the next age or something? No, he's just spamming out those dwarves. Nullus retreating now. Maybe going to retreat over into into Chapo's base. This game is beyond silly. Beyond silly. And obviously Nullus cannot defend this one at all. What's Icaro? I'm surprised Icaro has so many units remaining. This is some nice villager hiding from Icaro. Very, very smart. Very strong play here. Meanwhile, Ragnarok's just gonna clean. I think that cleaning this all up would definitely be worth it, but not happening just yet. So we are seeing a fire giant coming in here. 1 priest trying to tickle the fire giant down. They do like no damage. 6 damage a throw or something. The Avenger, on the other hand, does a whole lot of damage. He's a good counter to the fire giant. As we do see the old-made fire giant does end up falling. Nice play. Seeing a 3rd town center coming up here. How's the game going for Norse? He's currently got a whole bunch of idle wood villages as the Chapo units coming in with the Avenger. Very, very strong. But we do see Vortex coming through here for Norse. So he's going to be able to teleport around the map, help take everything out. We are going to be seeing now Chapo's main base completely under attack, but that is going to allow these cavalry to keep pressure onto the main base of Norse and keep that economy down. But is it going to matter or not? Because what can Chapo really do here to defend? He's throwing up the Migdol Stronghold. We're seeing some axemen, some very unupgraded axemen getting trained. Big shockwave there onto Nullus's dwarves. Are going to attempt to finish those ones off, not allowing them to retreat too easily. You see the Stymphalian birds coming in here, going to be able to snipe the villagers down incredibly quickly right now. But Icaro, he's over here. He's got Hersa. He's got a town center. He's an alive player. He's very functional. We are seeing Nullus coming in here with a huge flaming weapons. I don't know where else his army is. We do see a marker getting thrown down by Nullus as well. And there's the ceasefire from Rappel. I'm not sure that was really worth. I mean, yeah, the Battle Boar are going to take down this town center. So maybe, just maybe, Norse is going to vortex back here to try and save this. He does have all these units over here. And meanwhile, we will be seeing the town center getting thrown back up as well during this ceasefire. Nice play, but that's going to allow Icaro very much back into this game. He's got Hersa. He is still only in the classical age, so these Hersa are not too strong. Very easy to take them down. But he exists, as opposed to Rappel, who also is getting his town center back. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? The town center of Rappel back up. 3 villages and a dream. 3 villages and a dream. But Nullis is like, you know what would be really funny? If Rappel was trying to get his town center up in this ceasefire and I came over and I killed the last remaining 3 villages. Nope, he doesn't do it. That's sad. Sad days. And we do see a vortex here onto this location. Going to be sniping. Holy villager kills. That is so brutal. All of these dwarves are going to be falling a huge vortex for Norse as every single one of Nullis's dwarves fall. Nullis does have a lot of gold in the bank, but no more. He's down to 10 villages, 0 town centers. Ikaro's back up to 2 town centers. So we'll see how that's all going to go. The Nullis units do manage to take down all of Ragnarok's Herser here as Rappel has got his town center up. Does he have any food is the question. Yes, he does. He's going to be making those villages out as best as he can. Back to the start of the game, just giving everyone else a 20-minute head start. It's just stock standard Rappel shenanigans. You got to, when you're that much better than everyone else in the game, you just got a 20-minute head start. It's the only real way to make it fair and even. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyways, Axeman moving forward for Chapo, doing all the good stuff. He is getting raided by these Stymphalian birds as well. And it's looking like Chapo might actually be kind of gold-starved here. The village is moving forward. He is trying to get this town center up, which will be a big help with the help of the Pharaoh as well. But Nulla's swinging in here with his Herser. We'll see if he can get in here fast enough to deny this town center. It looks like he's not going to be able to get there. He's not actually going to even bother returning back to his home base, maybe to grab this town center for himself. So we do see the battle ball going to swing in here like, you know what, Rappel? We've given you your shot. We've given you your shot. You tried, and we're just going to end you here. We're going to take down your town center yet again. There are a whole bunch of Ragnarok's units over here, though, so he can come over and defend this. Or Ragnarok's going to be like, Rappel, what are you doing? Oh, we see adjacent. Oh, the village is going out. Ragnarok's, hello? He just leaves him. He just... Oh, no. It would have been so much more funny if he just left him. But the town center falls anyway. That's such a huge hit to Rappel's economy. Such a huge hit to Rappel's economy. Oh, dear me, Ragnaroks. Unfortunately, there's so much going on at this point. It's hard to really make anything happen. We do have a whole bunch of those champion infantry for Norse coming out. But really, he needs to transition away from these into fanatics if he wants to continue with infantry. Or get a better mix of your army and start really getting all over onto the map. But it's looking like Chapo, Icaro, and Nullus have weathered the storm. Ragnaroks is getting his economy back into gear. If we can see that going on, he's got 16 dwarves currently. He's not making any trade just yet. Trade is definitely worth it, but we are seeing the Herser of Icaro coming in here. These are essentially champion Herser against medium Herser. Except it's a bigger deal. Nice micro from Icaro is always very, very on top of that. The reason that is because Icaro's in the classical age and the Herser of Ragnaroks are in the mythic age. So he's always going to win this fight, even with less units. And there is a big vortex into here, making sure Icaro is kind of put to bed. Don't want to allow him too much in this game as the dwarves villagers going to attempt to retreat away. Very, very nice play, and the battle ball retreating back, and well, Rappel's still got 4 villages. He's managed to improve his situation by 1 villager. 1 village. Oh, he's got 5 villages, 1 on food somewhere. Look at this. He's getting it. He's getting it. Let's go. Meanwhile, our runners player, Nor's going to be losing his town center, but decides, Nellis decides, no, don't want to lose the battle ball, going to go elsewhere. And this town center does end up falling as the Hecagigantes take that one down. Does so much damage. He's going to be swinging around trying to take down this town center here. We do see a huge shockwave from Norse as he's trying to get that damage that he did to Nullus onto Icaro. But, I mean, there's just not enough units here as the army or the villagers of Icaro are going to be retreating away. And Icaro should be able to fight this one off. Or not lose too many villages, I should say. Unless someone else is coming in. We do see the Hippocon of Rappel looking like they want to get involved. I think these are the same Hippocon that he had before. He's like, no, don't let me. I want to stay alive. Let me live. How many resources do these guys have is the real question. Ragnaroks. I think Ragnaroks should probably give some resources over to Rappel. Generally speaking, all you have to do if you're in this situation is say, you guys take my town centers, the guys with economy, and then you just fill that those town centers up with trade caravans, and then you can just trade gold over to the player, and the player can have a market and just buy the resources they need to make an army, get 100 pop of army with no economic units, and it can be a way to continue in a dire situation like we're currently in.
Yo.
Now, we are still seeing, well, Nullus has got his town center back. He is back over onto this gold mine again. Do we have another vortex? No more vortexes for Nor's remaining. We are seeing Icaro now going to grab this town center. But looks like Nor's not too happy about that. His Murmillo is coming in, slicing and dicing. But Icaro is paying attention, and he will be able to take this down. And look at how much this guy tanks. He does end up falling. We are seeing the Hersa of Nullus denying Nors from coming in to take this town center down here. Oh, nice snipes onto these citizeners. Nors trying to get some more units, and he does need to just bait. Maybe he doesn't know this because he's not much of an Aranos player, but the fanatics in this situation, they counter all the Hersa a lot. If I actually look what the upgrades are. 100% bonus versus Norse heroes. And they also counter the infantry and cavalry very, very nicely as well. So that's kind of nothing that their opponents are making that they don't counter. There's more of Nor's army coming in to try and take down Chapo's town center. Chapo, 4 town centers here, not able to hold on to this one just yet. Still trying to prevent Icaro from kind of being alive here. I do like that play. So we do see these villages for Icaro over in the corner, but he's still in the second age, I think. He is still in the second age. And look, Rappel's getting his town center back again. We will see a Greek base in this game at some point.
Yo,
you do see Icaro searching. He's like, no Rappel. No town center for you. Chapo is getting himself a Titan, though. That's going to be tough to deal with because there's no way... Oh, actually, I tell a lie. Nors is going to be able to get himself a Titan as well. This is so close. He's so close. He's looking for something. Oh, he's going to... Rappel gets this town center. Icaro gets this town center. And we just kind of chill. We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. All right. And yep. Now let's retreating back. You see the fire siphon moving forward for Nullus. Oh, not for Nullus, for Nors. It's not really time to push. You need to get some buildings down here. You need to get some buildings down. This is a big advantage of Atlantean in the late game is how fast the buildings shoot up with Hero Citizen. You can get some Hero Citizen on the front. You just shoot up the palace so incredibly quickly. And watchtowers and everything else. And you can make your push work most of the time much better than your opponent's pushes work. And there's Chapo's Titan Age. Question is, will he be able to get out a Titan or not? He does have himself currently 12 villages on gold somewhere right here. And there is a big gold dump from Icaro into Chapo. So Chapo's going to be able to spam out some mercenary. The real question is this Titan going to be enough or not? Some more towers coming up for Chapo. We're going to see a wonder here maybe? There's a world where a wonder here wins this. We are seeing the Titan coming through for Nors as well. This really, like, the funny thing is that you think like you do have to go Titan here, but the Titan actually slows you down so much because you have such a big economic dump into building the Titan. You get obviously the initial investment of 800 food, wood, gold, 50 favor, but then after that, you have the investment of those villages that are no longer gathering for you. So if you take off 9 village or citizen, that's a lot of reduction of economy. It means you can't push very easily. So a lot of the time it's better to not go Titan. But meanwhile, Icaro and and Rappel just sharing their space here. It's cute. It's nice. And the villagers. Got 10 villagers out for Rappel. 10 villagers. Let's go. We see the fire giant from Ragnarok's coming in. They're going to be able to completely own these chariot archers, and there's no real answer to them here as the Arcus pushes through. And we haven't seen a Titan Gate get thrown down just yet from Norse. This is a big question mark move. I mean, maybe he feels like he's going to be able to get more damage and he doesn't have to mind too much. But now the Hertz are coming in for Nullis to try and take down Ragnarok's fire giant here. Ragnarok's is actually quite big in this situation as well. Guys. You sent me a recorded game of the game didn't even finish. The game didn't even finish. Are we saying that Chapo, Nullis, and Icaro lose this? I don't know. This could have been anyone's game. This is still anyone's game. Especially because Norse hasn't thrown his Titan Gate down yet. Nullis is still kind of alive. I'm just sad because it doesn't say someone's victorious here. Ah, what can you do? GG. Well played. That's the game. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. I'll see you guys in the next one.